And CL and Cynical and Shells would come by, and I would just play them beats, and we would like write songs and record, and then those songs eventually became the Murderface songs that we went and recorded at this dude Soke, who's like a pretty dope producer and rapper in his own right. But that would link was from, I think Cynical had that, and he was like, "Yeah, I record by this guy Soke," and we went and recorded the songs there, and then CL with his links, he mostly like got us the shows. He would like link up, make the shows, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna get the CDs made. I'm gonna get the T-shirts made, and yeah, we would just do shows, and we had T-shirts and CDs, and fucking sell them, and we do shows. Like Lowe's started booking us for his like night, Step Your Game Up, and then we opened up for Tech N9ne, and we opened up for Onyx, and yeah, we were just like we were doing a lot of shows. We did some shows in Toronto because like CL Syndicate would, I don't know if they were battling, but we did a show with this dude Mookie Wilson who like was part of the, or he was like a rapper, battle rapper from like Toronto, Hamilton, and he got us a show at this place called Vapor Lounge or something. It was like this, you could smoke weed in there. Like weed wasn't legal then, but you could like smoke weed in there, like no tobacco. It was like in Toronto. We did like a
Those
show there
are
in
the
front of,
literal best venues I've ever been involved in because the crowd does not go outside.
yeah, but they just sat there high, not reacting to the songs. It was the worst thing ever. And then like when we were done, everyone was like, "Yeah, man, that was cool." Like everyone came up to us and said it was like dope. So we were like, "All right, cool, we did a good stuff." But literally everyone was just sitting down like high, like watching our show, like not reacting. So we were like, "Did we do a good job?" Like,
I like it though. That's I
oh yeah,
okay.
corrupt. We fucking. I think that was the first show we opened up for. Corrupt from Dog Pound Gang,
Yeah.
and that show was fucking dope. And like, Shells fucking freestyled with Corrupt, and like that was a pretty crazy show.
Nah, weed people sound like a crazy audience to have to deal with, but I don't know. It just seems like they'd stay inside and opening up for
They
corrupt.
did, but yeah, that Corrupt show that was dope.
So that's a lot that you've already done, and it's like what 2010 to 2014 or something like that. That era. This is all going on earlier.
Probably like 20. No, like 2010 to like 2012. We like ran that Murderface thing for like 2 years without like recording any new music. Like then we like joined this group Gigante, and it was like all the English Montreal like underground scene in one basically, and it was like the Boom Bap Cats and like Penzo Gritty and Logic Johnson, Slick Jack, Spook One, a bunch of producers, Katola, uh, DJ Fat. There was a French people. It was just basically all of like the Montreal underground in one. We tried to do our own like Army of the Pharaohs
Okay.
type of thing in Montreal, but it was like the English and French like underground scene all in one. And we did like a bunch of shows and actually like made some money because we like booked a bunch of shows in advance, and we were like we paid for it in advance. So like every show that we made, it was just like we paid for the venue in advance, and then we just charged at the door. So we like made money from like each show, and then everything went into one pot, and we just all split it equally. So it was like a pretty good thing if we had just kept it going. But at the same time, it was just like not everyone was like bringing the same level of either commitment or talent. So it was just like,
Yeah, I just heard you say giant like super group thing,
yeah,
and I said,
yeah.
"Woof!" Like
No,
yo,
but we had like a treasury. Like we'd sit down and have meetings. Like we tried to make it this like official. It wasn't just like, oh, we're a bunch of
no, no,
rappers.
no.
Like
I
no,
mean, like it sounds like a logistical nightmare to
it
do,
was
but like
a
a
lot. There were some
ri-
cool songs that like came out of it, but like logistically, it's just like, yo, this is like 30 people or something. Like you're trying to like, Maybe
So,
not 30 people, but it was like a bunch of people
and I'm
like
not
tried.
even, I'm not hating on this at all. I think it's fascinating. I'm looking at it like, yo, I would love to understand that better, just so like we can see if A,
No,
can
well,
it
they
be
kind of did it with
reproduced?
the like the new money. They did like a new money thing, and it was like Boy Blue and all these like Magnum and like it was like a bunch of like Montreal rappers that tried to. They did this thing, New Money. They did a show. They made a lot of money. Like I don't remember exactly where what venue it was at, but it was like at a pretty like big venue. We did our thing at um not Billy Coon, but it was like right beside it. Um, on Mount Royal, going up Mount Royal. It's like right near Mount Royal Metro. Not Overvoir. Fuck, what's the name of the place?
I don't know. I'm not that
Anyways, they
familiar with
don't
the
they
scene.
don't do like they like
Oh, Opacho Vis.
Petrovis.
I
Yeah,
have in
exactly.
fact performed there. Never mind. I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, there and then like they don't really book hip hop shows there anymore. Like they
No,
don't do hip
they
hop shows.
don't.
Like, so we booked like a bunch of shows there and they were pretty successful. Like we had like a lot of
Um,
we got a lot of people because it was because the sheer amount of people that we were. So it was just like it was like yeah, obviously. So it was just like one show would be like a certain amount of groups from that, and then we did like the Murder Face album launch with like a few other of the people. Like it was like Art Cons and like someone else that like opened for us, and then Art Cons album launch, and like we opened for Art Cons, and there was like another group that like two had the like two openers or whatever. But it was all like people that were in the group, like everyone kind of got like cycled through and everyone got their like their shine or whatever, you know. So some shows did better than others, but it was just like
yo, but that's like the most interesting. Yo, I've had the versions of this chat a lot, but the way you're breaking it down is like something that probably needs to happen as like we
but we
and
didn't have like this like incentive like oh you like it's like yeah sell tickets to come to the show, but it was just like I don't think we even had pre-sale tickets really. It was just like
but I'm
we
saying like
just
beyond like
promoted the
physicals
show
and
and people
shit.
have to come and come to the
How do
show.
you get people to come to a show? But like it sounds like you guys did some really interesting stuff there, just like what I heard you say to me from like a marketing breakdown point of view. You had this squad of people who were collectively built around a solid brand, one like bigger moment. And with that, each of these people were able to ensure that X number of people were able to come to different shows. But y'all kind of collectively rotated and pivoted, creating a sense of familiarity with the acts
Yeah,
across
for
the show.
sure.
But it's kind of like similar to what like Hodges and them were doing in the West Side at the time,
Yeah.
and like laying down that regularity, the same people coming through, the same kind of general core group of like things, so that people could get like attached to something. It's kind of the opposite of showcases.
Yeah.
Not to say that, but you had like showcases, but like it's almost like you look at it like the showcase is WrestleMania, right? Like it's the big thing. And then you have the little season events that like build up towards like the WrestleMania main event where you're really going in with the 27 track set or whatever, as Cool Man Logan said. That's like a nifty thing to play with that people should like consider before everyone competes to fucking throw the same show 100 times.